Well, welcome to the Cinnabar. Today I wanted to do a follow-up episode on that Sharps 5140. Now, the response to that one was terrific. We got some wonderful comments from people, and I just wanted to kind of thank our viewers for the response to that episode, especially the fellow that sent us this wonderful gun to shoot. What a beautiful rifle and great shooting old gun. He kind of wants to remain anonymous, but I sure appreciate it. And I have it on good authority that this thing might make the trek down to Alabama and be on a Lever Guns 50 episode soon, and compared to some of those really heavy 5110 loads he shoots out of his 86. But also had some other great responses, and one of them just caught me by surprise down in the shop. I was working away on some guns trying to get them ready for the Cody show, and the UPS driver shows up, and I'm not expecting anything. Well, he drops off this past shoulder pad. I don't know who sent it, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. My shoulder appreciates it quite a lot. You know, I won't let my ego get in the way of good sense next time if I shoot that gun again, and I'll certainly wear that past protection. And also I want to thank, because I have a little egg on my face. You know, I mentioned that I was kind of a rookie with shooting these centerfire Sharps, and I had several people point out, and gracefully point out, and not everybody is graceful on their comments on YouTube, but that the dummy that was shooting that Sharps really should have been putting it on half cock before he closed that breech block. And thank you for pointing that out gracefully. Several of you did, and I'm a little embarrassed by it, but we'll get it right next time. I've got another episode coming up here real soon using an original 1874 Sharps in 4070, so we'll try to get it right for you that time. Now, the last thing I want to thank people for is I had several people call in and want to see the bruise when I was done. Well, I scoffed at that because I don't bruise. I haven't had a bruise in 20 years. I think the last time I bruised, we had a big fire here on the ranch, and a couple ridges over from here, I was falling timber and I caught a widowmaker, ironically, right on this same shoulder, and it separated the shoulder, and I had a pretty good bruise. And I think that's about the only bruise I remember of any consequence in my adult life. So I didn't think that was going to happen, but here we go. And don't worry, this isn't an AR-15 episode where it's kind of an unwritten law that you got to wear some kind of wife beater t-shirt or tank top. We don't do that kind of thing. In fact, you can probably see we don't get a lot of sun on our skin up in the high country. But so after 20 years of no bruises, and this has been almost a week now since I shot that thing, it's not super dramatic, but for a guy that doesn't bruise, it did the number. And boy, that shoulder muscle right there in the front was pretty sore for a few days afterwards. So if you shoot one of those particular guns and you really don't want to wear the shoulder pad, just be prepared for a little discoloration and a little soreness in that old shoulder. So anyway, thanks for joining us. We got some great episodes coming up, and trying to get 2 or 3 of them made before I have to take off to Wyoming for the big Cody show. So stick around in the next couple of weeks, and then after I get back, I've got 2 or 3, or actually I've got 4 of them I'm working on right now, and some really good stuff. So until next time, happy trails from the Cinnabar.